Yes, sir. Woo! We are live, and it is GunzPicks Friday, baby. Hit the horn. That's right. You're tuned in live here from the GunzPicks studio here in Maryland. It is the Breakin Ankle Show, college basketball betting show, where we bring the hottest plays, the sharpest plays on the planet every single day. Yes, sir. We are ready to go live, and I can't wait to get into this slate. A little bit of the MAC, a little bit of the Ivy League, and a little bit of the Friday action that we normally are used to seeing in this slate. It's not the greatest slate in the world, but it is a great slate for the bettors. And we had a great day yesterday. If you watched the show, if you tuned into the show, we went 4-1. Yes, 4-1, baby. That brings our show record to 22, 17, and 1 plus 5 units for the show. Breakin ankle style. Hit me a yeah. That's right. That's right. And we got I got 4 plays for you to feast on tonight. We're going to get into this with a little bit of action. Let's talk the first game that is on the slate tonight. It starts at 7 p.m. tip. It is at the Dreaded Gymnasium in Riverdale, New York. We're going to the Marist Red Foxes versus Manhattan Jaspers. That's right, the bottom feeder of all bottom feeders. We're going with Marist on this one, -7 on the road. 1.5 unit special. Let me tell you why. Biggest mismatch in the game is Manhattan's offense versus this Marist defense. Look at Manhattan's offense, 345th in offensive efficiency, 308th in field goal percentage, 289th in offensive rebounding, and 320th in turnover percentage. So this team does turn over the ball a lot. Guess who they're facing? They're facing the good Marist defense, 91st in defensive efficiency, 40th in defending shots, and they're great at getting turnovers. They're ranked 75th in creating turnovers versus the 320th offense that gives up the ball a lot. So look for a lot of turnovers in this game, and Marist turning them into points. On the defensive side of the ball, Manhattan not so good as well. They're ranked 324th in defensive efficiency, 339th in defending shots. And then for Marist on the offensive side of the ball, they can shoot a little bit. They're 131st in field goal percentage, 62nd in 3-point percentage. So they should be able to get the shots off and make some 3-pointers for this Red Fox offense. Manhattan is, if you actually look at their statistics, they're a good scoring team when they are a dog of 9 points or more. If you actually look at those statistics, 11 occurrences, 8-3 ATS when the spread is 9 points or more for Manhattan. But when the spread is lower than that on the dog side, well, you're looking at a different scenario, 2-7 ATS when the spread is below 9 as a dog. Then Marist is on a roll themselves. They've covered 4 out of the last. They've covered their last 4 games, 5 out of the last 6. And then you have Marist, who won the first matchup easily, 70-56, as 7.5-point home favorites, and the line is identical on the road, virtually 7.5 are on the board right now that I'm seeing. So why is it lined the same on the road as it was at home? It makes you think, doesn't it? I think this is a Marist line altogether, and Marist is going to get this job done. Marist has just controlled this matchup historically, too. If you actually look at the historical data, they've covered 4 out of the last 5 versus Manhattan. So Marist also won and covered in the last 3 road games altogether overall. So I love this Marist team. I think they're a good road team, and the line correlation tells you that it's going to be a Marist game once again. Give me Marist here, -7 as a 1.5 unit banger, baby. Gunshot across the bow. And please, if you guys are watching live, I know you love my energy. I know you got to bring the Friday energy. I want to know what you're drinking, what you're smoking, what you're eating tonight. Got the barbecue going. I know it's a little bit warm here on the Maryland side. I want to know what you guys are doing tonight. What are you betting on? I want to know the plays. I want to talk to you guys in the chat. This is what this show is for. It's interactive, and I don't want to be spracking my mouth all night. I want to be able to share the information in the chat that you guys have. Let's get into it, baby. As we get to the next play on the board, we're going to go play a little bit of more bottom feeding action on the East Coast side. Lawrenceville, New Jersey is the location at Alumni Gymnasium. And that is where the Rider Bronx play. They're going against Iona Gales, and no Rick Pitino is there, not the coach anymore, but the Rider is going to get it done here. I like him on the money line, -114. 1.5 unit play. Let me tell you why. Rider, while not one of the best teams offensively and defensively, you look at their numbers, 222nd in offensive efficiency, 200th in defensive efficiency, but they're decent at grabbing the boards. They're 77th in the country in offensive rebounding, and they're good on the free throw line, 77th in free throw percentage. You look at Iona, a little bit of a different story there. They are ranked 200th in defensive offensive efficiency, 187th in defensive efficiency, and they're good at creating turnovers. They're ranked 11th in the country at creating turnovers. That is their niche. But they're terrible at the free throw line, 343rd in the country in free throw percentage. So you have a little bit of discrepancy between Rider and Iona on the free throw line. And I like to back teams that are better on the free throw line than I do if they're not. And you got to look at Rider, better defense, home versus away. You look at their numbers. They give up 77.7 points per game on the road. However, when they play at home, they only give up 68.6 points per game. So they are a better team defensively than they are at home versus they are away. Then you got Iona dominated in the last 10 matchups. They are 8-2 straight up, but Rider has dominated ATS-wise, 5-0 against the spread in the last 5 meetings versus Iona. So you got to look at this perspective. Rider is typically the dog in these situations, but you see him here sitting basically at a pickup, which really scratches my head on this one, because when the last meeting happened with Iona did beat Rider 94-93 in the narrowest of margins. Rider was a 6-point home dog in that situation. They were a road dog in that situation. And now the line is at a pick 'em -1. I've seen the lines move around here as we speak. This game is at a -2 in favor of Rider. So it is moving in the right direction. I still like it at the money line. You're probably getting like a -125, -130 type of situation. So just take that. Just take the money line, take the points out of the perspective. So it's moving in the right direction. And then you got to look at it at this perspective, right? You have a Rider team that's 10-16, ranked 256 in KenPom, going up against an Iona team that's ranked 182nd in terms of KenPom power ratings and has got a better record than them, right? Why is the lower seed the favorite here? That's a big indicator of why you need to take this Rider team. So I'm going to be taking them here in a revenge spot off the close loss to Iona. Give me Rider here. Money line -114 as a 1.5 unit play. Another shot across the bow. As I see about 30, 35 of you beautiful bastards watching me here live here on a Friday at 6 p.m. East. Please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. It is called the GunzPicks channel. Hit the like and subscribe and all that goodness. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, you can do that as well. If you don't, at GunzPicks. Or you can follow me on Instagram at GunzPicks. That's where all my social media stuff is put out. I put out clips on Instagram. I put clips out on Twitter. So you can go find that stuff there. I also put out some shorts once in a while on the YouTube. The channel is booming. You guys have been doing a great job. I think I've got over 35 new subscribers this week alone. And we've been cooking all this week. Like I said, anybody that's been following with the picks, I'm 22-17-1 in the last 7 or 8 days. And that is +5 units if you're following along. Well, we're going to the next play. Let's get this done. As we get into, let's go a little bit of Ivy League action. Let's get our pompous chest out. I went to the Ivy League. And we're going to go against with Brown and Columbia. This game is at 7 p.m. East. This is the tip. Francis S. Levine. He sounds like a real winner. Gymnasium, New York, New York. And we're going to be going with Columbia on this one. -3.5, 1.5 unit play. Home team is the favorite. Brown, not good statistically at all when you look at their numbers, right? 244th in offensive efficiency, 233rd in defensive efficiency. They are good rebounding team, but 265th in field goal percentage, 347th on the free throw line. They are also susceptible of turnovers. They're ranked 240th in turnover percentage as an offense. When you look at Columbia, good offense, decent, especially for an Ivy League school, right? 155th in offensive efficiency, 113th in field goal percentage, but they're great shooting the three. They're 10th in the country in three-point percentage, and they're 39th in free throw percentage. So you have two key elements there. They can shoot outside the arc, and they can make their free throws. This is a good Columbia team. Brown is ranked 219th in allowing opponents to the free throw line. Very key component here. So Brown loves to foul. you get into the bonus, and then all of a sudden Columbia's on the line. This team can shoot the free throws. Like I said, 39th in the country in shooting free throws. We need points, and that's how you're going to get that spread away from this -3.5. Now you got Columbia's defense, and they're much improved and better off defense on the road. I'm sorry, at home. They give up 76.8 points per game on the road. However, when they're at home, they only give up 69.3 points per game. Columbia won the first matchup on February 10th, not too long ago, right? 83-69, but they were 4.5-point road dogs in that situation. Now the line is completely flipped to the other direction. They're favored -3.5, -4s on the board now, as I'm looking right now. So you have this complete discrepancy in the line from game A to game B, and quite frankly, it hasn't been that long since they played. They played 2 weeks ago, or less than 2 weeks ago, right? Also got to look at Columbia, 5-2 ATS in the last 7 games, and they're off a loss themselves, a loss at home, a close loss at home versus Harvard, who beat them twice this season. They were 2-point favorites in that game, lost outright by 5. So they're going to be in a revenge spot too, a little bit of a bounce back, a little bit of a chip on the shoulder, and they're going to go against a Brown team that they can beat because they've already beat them earlier in the season. And just quite frankly, Columbia is the better team. I can't back this Browns team, Brown at all, because of the statistics. They can't shoot on the free throw line. They're not a good shooting team. They don't defend well, and they're going against a Columbia team that can shoot outside the arc and make their free throws, and their defense isn't half bad, correct? So Brown Bears going down today. We're taking the Columbia Lions. Give them to me at -3.5, 1.5 unit banger, baby. As we get to the chat, of course, EQ in the building. Tick, click, clap, bang! He wants the gun. There we go. We'll fire. You know what? We'll fire the machine guns for him there. Those are 3 plays, and we're going to get to the next one on the board. We're going to be just playing a little MAAC ball because that's pretty much what's on the ball. The MAAC is cooking tonight, and we're going to go take a trip to Hamden, Connecticut. M&T Bank Arena is the spot, and we're going to be talking about Fairfield Stags versus Quinnipiac Bobcats, and I'm going with Quinnipiac on this one, -2.5, 1.5 unit banger, baby. Let me tell you why. Fairfield has a decent offense. They're 147th in offensive efficiency, 87th in field goal percentage, 23rd in three-point percentage. But they're going against a Quinnipiac team defense that can defend shots against them. They're ranked 122nd in defending shots. I think this team is going to give them trouble. They can defend the shots, and of course, when you can put your hand in a guy's face on every single shot, of course, you get more misses than you do makes. Quinnipiac's offense isn't the best. They're ranked 223rd in offensive efficiency, but they hit the boards well. They're 122nd in offensive rebounding, and they make their free throws. This is a key point, a key ingredient. They're 17th in the country in free throw percentage. This is why we like this team. I like teams that can make their free throws because that is good covering spreads when it's like 30 or 40 seconds and everybody starts fouling and every shot is at the charity stripe. And then you got to look at Fairfield's defense. They aren't turning heads at all. 255th in defensive efficiency, 261st in defending shots, 300th in defensive rebounding. So you have a weak point for them there, and you're going against a Quinnipiac team that's 122nd in offensive rebounding. So I think they're going to bang the boards well and get a lot of second chance opportunities to get points. And then you got to look at the history on this one. Quinnipiac has owned Fairfield 8-2 straight up, 7-2 and 1 ATS in the last 10 meetings. And then Quinnipiac is 4-1 straight up and ATS in the last 5 versus Fairfield. And then Quinnipiac won the first matchup 66-64 as 1.5 point road dogs. And now the line is flipped to -3. As we're looking right now live, when I actually made the bet, it is looking at -3s across the board. So that's what you're seeing right now. I'd have it at a -2.5. That's a play I'll take. But -3 is fine with me. So you could take it at that as well. I just think Quinnipiac's a better team. I think they can make their free throws. They're going against the Fairfield team that they historically own. And I don't think that situation is going to change tonight. So that is why I'm taking the Bobcats. Quinnipiac, -2.5, 1.5 unit banger, baby. Matthew Owen says, let's go. Quack, quack, Quinnipiac. Ooh, I love that. I love that. I've never heard that one. Give him the horn for that one. Damn, true gun cycle action. I love it. Quack, quack, Quinnipiac. That's what we're going with tonight, baby. But those are the 4 plays that I have tonight. Like I said, I'm 22, 17, and 1 since the Breakin Ankle Show inauguration on February 14th came to the GunzPicks channel. So we're running red hot. We're going to continue to run in red hot. We've had more positives than we have negatives. I think we've only had 2 days where we didn't make profit out of the 8 or 9. Okay? So we're going to continue the profit here today. Positivity, motivation, and this is why you join the GunzPicks channel for the hottest plays, the sharpest plays, and the analysis. I don't just give you a play because, oh, this team is good and this team is bad. Nah. I do the research. I give you the numbers. I give you the statistics, and I use my brain, and I give you the pick that way. Also, you want an extra play? Why not? I'll do this a cappella. Why is Fordham plus 3.5 versus Duquesne? Duquesne should be -7, -8 against this Fordham team. Fordham can't cover at home. I think Fordham's like 0-10 in their last 10 at home. And they're sitting at a short line at plus 3.5. Well, if you look at the history of the team, Fordham has covered 5 out of the last 6 versus Duquesne. That's an indicator. And then Duquesne did cover in the last time. I think they won by 8 at home as 7-point favorites. And now the line is 3.5 or 8-point favorites. I can't remember the number now. I'm just going off the top of my head. But that Fordham line is suspect. And I'm seeing it now as I'm looking at the board. And that line is now at 3. And I'm seeing 2.5 hit the board. I got it at 3.5 this morning. So that is an indicator. I might as well take Fordham and might as well sprinkle on the money line. And you know what? I'm going to make it official. 1.5 unit play. Give me Fordham plus 3.5. I'll take it plus 3. I'll take it plus. But it's like I don't know why that line is sit where it is, but it raises a red flag, and that's a suspect play. And I might as well just say, you guys, I'm going to make that my dog of the day. There you go, dog of the day, Fordham. So I gave you 4. I was going to give you 4 plays, but you know what? I'm feeling frisky on a Friday. I'm going to give you more plays. So there you go. 5 plays tonight on a Friday of all on a short board. That's what I do. I give out bangers. So to recap for you guys, I'm going to go Marist -7. I'm going to go Ryder money line -114. I'm going to go Quinnipiac -2.5. I know it's -3. Take it now. And I'm going to go Columbia -3.5. And I'm going to end it off with the dog of the day, Fordham plus 3.5. And of course, you guys are just looking at me right now. Hey, Guns, I just need 1 play. I need 1 play. What's your best bet? Well, I'll tell you what. I'll give you my best bet. I'll tell you out of these 5 which one I like because we'll just do best bet segment right now. My best bet tonight on Friday, February 23rd. We're going Marist -7 against Manhattan. That is the play of the day. Marist -7. Manhattan, like I said, stinks on ice when the line is below 9. And they're a dog. So there you go. Marist -7 is the spot to take tonight as the best bet. So the best bet, Marist. Recap one more time. Marist best bet -7. We got Ryder minus money line -114. Quinnipiac -2.5. And Columbia -3.5. And then we added Fordham plus 3.5 as well. So those are the plays. That's what's going to cash tonight. Let's go 5-0. We went 4-1 yesterday. So we heating up? I think we are. We're going to go on a little bit of a run. 22, 17, and 1 plus 5 units currently on the show. We're going to keep rocking. So let's cash some tickets. Peter says, Guns is a pro capper. Well, I'm not a pro because I'm not doing this professionally. I do this in my spare time, and I'm still rocking the board. I'm better than some of these pros out there. You know what I'm saying? And I have the energy, and I have the talent, and I have the personality that beats them all. There you go. I am a utility knife. I'm talent. There you go, Peter. There you go. Thank you. Let's go. We're going to end it like that. Peter says it best. Let's dominate the board. Let's cash some tickets. And as always, let's keep dancing. Bang!